Okay, let's call this meeting to order. David Rice, Commissioner David Rice, and I'm going to chair this meeting this evening. First, we're going to ask Commissioner Shaw Williams to lead us in the pledge. All rise, please. Face the flag.
With liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Madam Secretary, can you call roll, please?
Commissioner Fowler,
Present.
Commissioner Trejo,
Here. Here.
Commissioner Shaw Williams,
Here.
Acting Chair David Rice.
Here. Any communication from staff?
The Planning Division would first like to welcome our new planning tech who's in the audience this evening, Miss Faith Smith. You met her before as an intern, and now she's begun her professional journey with us, and we're happy to have her. Secondly, staff has received 16 letters of support for item 6A. Those copies have been provided to you on the dais, as well as made available for the public. And lastly, in response to last month's Planning Commissioner initiatives, we've emailed you all the contact information for the Hollywood Park retail and residential info that was requested last month. And that concludes staff's communication.
Thank you very much. We're going to open this meeting for public comment for anyone that has any remarks with reference to items that are on the agenda but are not a public hearing. If you have any comments or remarks, please go to the microphone in the back and speak directly into it. Seeing none, hearing none, we're going to close that section, and we're going to call for approval of the minutes. Motion on the minutes.
Motion, I move that we approve the minutes for April 3rd, 2024.
Second.
We had a motion, had a second. We call for the vote.
Commissioner Fowler,
Abstain.
Commissioner Trejo,
Aye.
Commissioner Shaw Williams,
Aye.
Acting Chair Rice.
Aye. Okay, we got a, Madam Secretary, we're going to call for the first hearing, 6A.
Item 6A, a public hearing. A public hearing to consider an application by Alfred Davis, representing Alfred Davis and Associates for special use permit number 24-00003, SUP 24-00003, to allow a 770 square foot tattoo parlor in a multi-tenant building on an approximately 37,700 square foot C2A Airport Commercial Zone property at 4233 West Century Boulevard.
Acting Chair Rice, the commission, the file is present and notice has been given in the form and matter as required by law. Staff received 16 letters of support on this item, and Planner Christine Rivera is available to do a short staff presentation.
Good evening, Acting Chair Rice and members of the Commission. The subject site for this special use permit is located at 4233 West Century Boulevard and is zoned C2A Airport Commercial. The property is located north of Century Boulevard. Nearby uses include residences, medical uses, hotel, rental car agencies, and cosmetology. The site is an existing commercial multi-tenant building. Vehicles enter and exit the lot via 2 existing driveways on Century Boulevard. Entrance to the tattoo parlor is via the parking lot on Century Boulevard. The tattoo parlor will take over a 770 square foot tenant space. Minor interior modifications will be made, such as painting the tenant space. Proposed hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week, and the tattoo parlor will operate by appointment only. The only exterior modification is a sign the applicant will submit for a sign permit. Here is a rendering of the interior modifications to the tattoo parlor. As conditioned, the proposed project will serve as an enhancement to its neighborhood setting and will be compatible with the surrounding area. The proposed project is consistent with the general plan. It is consistent with the active transportation plan in that it sustains ongoing practices, and it is compatible with the Inglewood Energy and Climate Action Plan goals of leading by example. If the Planning Commission approves the request, the applicant may be required to complete the site plan review process and submit for a sign permit. It is exempt from further environmental review. 16 letters of support were received for this request. This concludes my presentation, and I'm available to answer any questions the Commission might have. The applicant is also here tonight to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. Beautiful, Christine. We're going to open this up for the commission, starting with Commissioner Fowler. You have any questions for the staff?
No questions for staff, the applicant, sir.
Commissioner Trail?
My questions are for the applicant, thank you.
Commissioner Shaw Williams?
No questions at this time, thank you.
Okay, and I have no questions either. Maybe you can clear one question up for me. I noticed
Sure.
the applicant was Mr. Fuller, I believe? No, Alfred Davis?
Yes.
And then the letters of support are for George Fernandez, who's operating the facility.
George Fernandez is the tattoo artist.
Oh, okay.
So George Fernandez is the one that has all the credentials that are listed in our package.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. No further questions on that. We got to move this along to see is the applicant present? Okay, can we have you go back to the mic in the back and speak right into the microphone as we ask you questions, okay? No, not Fernandez, he's the actual artist.
Questions, or can I make
Okay.
a statement?
Well, we got to see if we have some questions for you. Commissioner Fowler?
Yes. Well, my questions might be more for the artist, but let's see how you may have some of those solutions. I was wondering, you may know how.
Excuse me. Can you give me your first name and last name? Spell your last name, please.
My name is Alfred Davis.
Okay. And what's your association with the actual artist?
I prepared the drawings, architectural drawings, and the applications and forms, and
Okay.
the material to file.
And is Mr. Fernandez here also?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Can you go back? We're probably going to ask some questions that you may have to answer also. Yeah, right now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chair, because my questions really are for Mr. Fernandez. How long have you been in business, sir?
Been tattooing for 20 years.
And so were you at another location prior to this?
Yes.
Okay, and that's where you were there 20 years?
I've been bouncing around from different places to try to upgrade as I go.
Mm-hmm.
My last place that I tattooed was on Broadway, my friend's tattoo shop. I also had my studios in the past, other tattoo shops that I closed during the pandemic. So right now I'm trying to get this one going.
Thank you. Within our package, it talked about Assembly Bill 300, which is the Safe Body Art Act. But I understand you have been in business quite some time. So are you familiar with all the requirements?
Yes.
That are needed? And so people will be tested and so forth?
Yes.
And I did understand that you said it is appointment only.
Yes.
Okay, I have no further questions right now. Thank you.
Commissioner Trail?
Well, hello, Mr. Fernandez and Mr. Davis, is it?
Yeah.
So you have operated a tattoo parlor before?
Yes, I worked at a tattoo places before.
Okay. Recently?
Well, yes, I'm tattooing at the moment at my friend's place.
Okay. Are you, is Droopy's operating now?
No.
Okay. Good to hear. So you are the owner and the operator of Droopy's if it gets approved?
Yes.
Okay, so you will be as the report says, you will be the only employee or the only operator of the business, at
Yes.
least for the foreseeable future?
Yes.
And you're familiar with the local enforcement agency and health requirements
Oh, yes.
and all of that?
Mhm.
Okay. And you'll be operating 7 days a week, 12 hours a day?
Yeah, somewhere around there. It's just like an estimate of time. Sometimes tattoos take longer. Sometimes they don't take that long. But that's just like the time I like to give people so that's the time that I'm available so they could come in and ask me questions or set up an appointment.
Are you, you said that that you worked at a tattoo parlor on Broadway. Is that in Los Angeles?
Yes, that's in Los Angeles. It's on Broadway, Broadway Street, 74th Street and Broadway.
Okay. But you're familiar with the Inglewood area?
Yes, because I used to work on Crenshaw and 74 for a lot of years. And I built my clientele around the area, and so that's why I'm like going there for that reason.
Okay. And the supporters that submitted the letters, are they like clients of yours from where you've worked in the past, or?
Yes.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Shaw-Williams.
Hi, how are you, Mr. Fernandez? My
Good. How about
question
yourself?
is, how did you come up with 3 maximum per day? Are you comfortable? Is that your comfort zone, just 3 per day?
That's just the average. Sometimes all I do is just 1.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the max is 3. I try not to like overdo it. It gets a little tiring, so 3 or 4, you're not really doing your 100%.
Okay,
So that's why I would like to take appointments.
I'm sorry. Thank you for answering my question. And what are your hours again?
8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm an early bird.
And piercing, you also do body piercing?
Yes,
Okay.
if you guys allow it.
All right, no further questions.
Mr. Fernandez,
Yes.
you said you are working tattooing now. Where are you working? What's the location?
It's on Broadway.
Well, that's the one on Broadway. You
Yes, on
spoke of.
Broadway. And,
Okay. Have you worked here in Inglewood before, tattooing?
like borderline with Inglewood on Crenshaw Boulevard in 74. It's just a block away from Inglewood.
Okay. And you're registered at the location where you're working now on Broadway? As a
It's not my
tattooer?
place, so I'm not registered there.
Okay. Excuse me, question for staff. Do all of the individual tattoo artists need to be registered with the state of California?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm sorry. I can answer that question. Yeah, you take a bloodborne pathogen, and then once you take that, you take it to the City of Commerce, and that's how you get registered. Mine just expired, so I'm just waiting to get the okay so I could just renew it. It only takes about a week to get it done.
What expired?
The license expires every year. The registration, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're not working now?
Not at the moment. I'm just
License
trying to get things done first.
Okay. How long does it take you to get re-registered?
The bloodborne, it's an hour class. Nowadays, we could take it online. Once I'm done with that, I'll take it to the City of Commerce, and I'll get the registration the same day.
Okay. Any other questions from the commission?
I have no other questions.
Other question?
None.
Okay, we're going to open this up for members of the community, for people to speak. Thank you very much. You can sit down.
Is it okay if I say something, or?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, first of all, good evening, and thank you for seeing us. I'll tell you a little bit about Mr. Fernandez. I'd say he lives about 2 miles from the subject property, and he supports his wife and 2 children by being a tattoo artist. He's a good family man, and he provides for them. He's been, again, we talked about 20 years, and he built up his reputation and a client base, so he wants to start his own business. Many of his clients live in the Inglewood area, and a lot of them are professionals in a variety of occupations, doctors, lawyers, law enforcement, which is always good to have coming to your place of business to deter crime. And art is Mr. Fernandez's passion. He has a dream to open his own shop. And he wants to get a first-rate work with a clean, safe, healthy environment. That is his goal. Similar to the doctor's office, that's what he wants to model it after. And he also would like to contribute to the city of Inglewood in their development and the economy that's going on right now, which is very impressive, by the way. I guess there are other, sorry, but excuse me. And there are other similar businesses on the site, a doctor's office and a nail salon. There's 12 different businesses there, or 12 different spaces. Actually, 5 are actually vacant right now. And as you all well know, a vacant space does not look good for prosperity to the community. And they get vandalized, they get tagged, things like that. So adding another, filling another empty space would be a good thing. I guess the opening of this establishment will have very little impact on the community and surrounding businesses because of the scheduling and really, there's 1 to 2 people a day. And it will not impact the wrecking yard that's next door or the 3-story motel that's on the other side. I don't see that would have an impact on that at all. The appointment-only customer policy and the time it takes to do the tattoos will not lead to a lot of traffic, vehicular or pedestrian. And parking is not a problem. Let's see. Again, we talked about during the applications of the art, the doors and blinds are locked to get privacy and not to be interrupted the artistic process. There will be no gathering of people or loitering of clients in the lobby or outside. That's not the type of business. It's not a social club. It's going to be a place of business. And all the work will closely follow the current municipal and health codes. He has already contacted the health department and got all the forms and documentation to file. If you find it fit to grant him this SUP, he'll file those things immediately. They talked to tenant improvement, no structural work on the interior or exterior. Just paint and epoxy floors to make some sanitary situations. There are 2 tattoo chairs there, but that is because sometimes people get tattoos at the same time, husband and wife, things like that. So there is 2 chairs, but he's the only sole proprietor there.
You're at time, Mr. Davis, but I'm going to ask a question of you, so I'll give you some more time with that. Okay. There's a perimeter fence. I'm more concerned with the north side of the building. It's off the alley there. Do you know if that stays closed during the business hours?
Yes, it does. I didn't see any openings to that, so I believe so.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's all, sir. And thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're going to open this up for members of the public who may want to speak for or against this project. If you have something you want to say, a comment, please go to the microphone. If it's more than one of you, line up. Give me your first name and spell your last name, please.
Hi, I'm Nicole Alpert. I've been getting tattooed.
Nicole Alford?
Alpert.
Alford, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I've been getting tattooed for years. I know him pretty well at this point. He's amazing, very professional, very talented. And I live in the area. I'd really like for him to have a shop nearby. That would be great. And I'm just hoping the best for him.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My name is David Loaiza.
Spell that for me, please.
Loaiza, Loaiza. Loaiza, Loaiza. I'm Nicole's husband. We've been in the community for about 15 years now. Our children were raised here. We got 3 kids from elementary. One's about to graduate and go to college. We've been here a long time, and I really support the art that she likes having done. And I don't have many tattoos, but I plan on getting more, and I practically don't trust anyone but him. Oh. So if he's closer to me, it's easier for me because I work a lot. and I don't like to travel. That's all I got.
Okay. Okay, next.
Hi, my name is Luis Marquez.
Can you spell your last name, please?
Marquez. I don't live in the area, but he's my tattoo artist. I've been following him for like over 12, 13 years probably. And I'll follow him to wherever he goes because I like his work. And we've bonded and we've created a friendship that he's the only artist I trust.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, we're going to close this. Sure. Please.
Okay. My name is Yadira Rodriguez, and I'm sorry, I'm very shy, but he's a great guy. He's a great dad, family person. I know a lot of his clientele, and they have followed him. He's been around so long, and the people just like him. They follow him wherever he goes. His attitude, his personality, everything is just great. He's great with people. So I hope everything goes well for him.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Fernandez, when a man's wife supports him,
Yeah, I know.
that says a lot.
Says a lot.
Any other questions from the commission?
No questions.
None, no.
Okay, we're going to call for motion.
Motion. I recommend that the Planning Commission affirm the categorical exemption EACE 2024-040 and adopt the resolution approving SUP 24-00003.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. I'm going to call for the vote. Madam
Commissioner
Secretary?
Fowler?
Aye.
Commissioner Trejo?
Aye.
Commissioner Shaw Williams?
Aye.
Acting Chair Rice?
Aye. You have your tattoo parlor, sir. Okay. Staff?
According to the IMC, anyone may appeal the Planning Commission's decision. The appeal must be filed within 20 days of the notice of the decision and shall be made by filing a written appeal along with an appeal fee of $942 to the Planning Division.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. We're going to just close this out by seeing if we have any initiatives from the Mrs. Carolyn. Oh, I'm sorry. We have any public comments on items that are not on the agenda? Anyone wants to talk about? If you do, just go to the mic in the rear and let's hear. We want to know everything about Inglewood. You have something we need to know, please let us know. Okay. Seeing none, hearing none, we're going to move to initiatives. Commissioner Fowler?
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to start by congratulating, today is Happy International Workers' Day. And so commemorating the struggles and gains of workers and the labor movement. It's also Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So that's celebrated nationally. Celebrating the first immigrants. Many of them were from Japan, but you know, many of the other islands, Micronesia, so forth. My third item, Councilmember Gray did have her, she held on August 27th, her walk-in office hours. It was packed, but a lot of good feedback, a lot of good information was shared. And so look forward in her newsletter for the May event. What was next? Oh, one of the things that came out of that meeting were several concerns about the aircraft noise. And so I did want to give this number so people could claim directly. It's 310-412-5289. 310-412-5289. And you should complain right at the time because they do track and understand, is this a one-time offer or is this constantly the same time every day? I'm looking forward to this Saturday with council members Falk, Gray, and our city clerk, Aisha Thompson. They're going to be hosting a women's event this Saturday at the Senior Center. Let's see, what else did I have here? Oh, I also want to congratulate the Metro Board, of which includes Mayor Butts, on the approval of the largest fare-free student pass program in the country. I'm happy that I work at LUSD, as you know, so I was part of the initial pilot at Manual Arts, and then they had another pilot at Dorsey. And so the mayor was very instrumental through that process. Okay, I'm going to hear the outside jokes later. Looking forward to the Memorial Day service we're going to be having on May 27th as well at City Hall at 11 o'clock, celebrating our veterans, those that have passed and those that are still with us. And then I believe that wraps it up for me. Thank you so much. It's the 75th annual.
Very informative. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Commissioner Trail?
Thank you. I don't have a long list of initiatives, or I'm still trying to recuperate from having been away. And I'm sorry I missed Eddie's retirement. And from the pictures that I saw, it looked like it was a lot of fun. So, Eddie, if you're listening, I'm back, and happy retirement to you, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Commissioner, just want to let you know your video was shown and
Yes.
it made it
Yes, it
to
was.
the celebration. So he heard your
It was a
thoughts.
standing ovation for it,
Yeah.
too. It was amazing.
Well, I'm glad I was a part of it then, and
You were.
it was a challenge to put it together, but it was fun. Thank you.
Commissioner Shaw Williams?
Thank you, Commissioner Fowler, for mentioning the Women's Rock event that's going to be happening Saturday. Very excited. This is, I believe, the third annual, and it has been very uplifting to the women who come and partake in it. Also, happy Cinco de Mayo. I know I just got a text message to come to Martine's on Sunday for karaoke at 4 p.m. One of my good high school friends is doing the karaoke, so I'm going to try and come through there. But other than that, have a fabulous evening. Go Clippers, and can't say go Lakers, so I got to say something.
Had to say that. Yeah, take the nice one.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay, we have a very, very busy week this, as you guys can see from our commissioners informing us of what's happening in Inglewood. And welcome everyone to Inglewood. The city continues to grow and grow and grow, and with your help, it will continue to get even better. I want to thank you very much for attending. This meeting is adjourned. Go Clippers, Clippers!